Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. Money is not a mystery. It is a mirror. It reflects the purpose that governs your life. Money is not your master. Money is your servant. It was never designed to lead you. It was designed to follow you. You see, the greatest tragedy in life is not poverty. The greatest tragedy is to have provision with no purpose. Because when purpose is absent, misuse is inevitable. And when you don't know the reason for something, abuse becomes the result. Money was never meant to be pursued. You were never born to chase it. You were born to attract it through the fulfillment of your assignment. The purpose of money is not accumulation, it is activation. Money comes to activate purpose. And when your purpose is clear, provision becomes automatic. Listen, money is a follower. It follows vision. It follows discipline. It follows clarity. If you ever find yourself chasing it, it's a sign you have not yet discovered your direction. Because when a man discovers his purpose, resources begin to locate him. Investors find him. Opportunities find him. Ideas come alive within him. Why? Because purpose is magnetic. You see, the problem is not that we don't have enough money. The problem is that we have lost our reason for it. We keep asking for more money, but God keeps asking why. He does not fund confusion. He only funds clarity. He will not sponsor entertainment. He sponsors assignment. That's why I say your prayer should not be, Lord, give me money. Your prayer should be, Lord, reveal my purpose. Because the moment purpose becomes clear, provision begins to flow. Money obeys purpose the way a river obeys gravity. It must flow in the direction of intention. When God created you, he placed inside of you a calling, a gift, an idea that solves a problem. That's where your wealth is hidden. You don't look for money, you look for problems to solve. And when you solve them through purpose, money will find you. Purpose is the law that commands provision. It commands favor. It commands opportunity. It commands relationships. That is why you must never measure wealth by what you possess. Measure it by how much of your purpose you've activated. So before we talk about riches, investments, or careers, we must settle this law. Money obeys purpose. It listens to vision. It serves clarity. When you begin to live by purpose, you stop asking for what you need and start attracting what you require. That's why the most powerful prayer you can pray is not God bless my plans, but God show me yours. Because divine purpose is already pre-funded. Heaven never assigns a vision without attaching provision. The supply is hidden in the strategy. So hear me today. If your finances are disorganized, don't start with your budget, start with your belief. If your money is out of order, it's a sign that your purpose is out of focus. But the good news is this: the moment you realign with purpose, everything connected to your destiny begins to obey. Even money must respond. Now hear this carefully, my friends. Your salary is not your source. Your job is not your provider. Your paycheck is not your promise. It is simply a seed, a temporary channel through which God tests your faithfulness. You see, many people confuse their income with their inheritance. But the two are not the same. Your income sustains you. Your inheritance was designed to empower you. A job gives you a wage, but your purpose gives you wealth. I've said this many times. The greatest danger of employment is that it can rob you of deployment. When you become satisfied with a paycheck, you can forget the vision God placed in you to produce. A job was never meant to define you. It was meant to develop you. It is the training ground where you learn stewardship, discipline, and excellence. But it is not your destiny. True wealth, my friends, does not come from what you earn. It comes from what you learn and what you release. Wealth is born in the mind before it appears in the bank. It begins as an idea, a concept, a revelation, something that solves a problem in the world. That's why the wealthiest people are not those with the largest paychecks, but those with the clearest purpose. Let me put it this way. Money flows toward usefulness. The more problems you solve, the more value you create. And the more value you create, the more wealth you attract. Look at every great innovator, every business leader, every kingdom builder. They discovered something that made life better for others. That is the law of increase. Serve humanity through your gift. and wealth will serve you. Now, I know some of you might say, but Dr. Munroe, I work hard every day, yet I never seem to get ahead. Let me tell you why. Because you are trading time for money instead of transforming ideas into value. Time is limited, but ideas are unlimited. That's why the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. It didn't say, as a man works in his office. Because your wealth is not in your labor, it's in your mindset. Let me give you a principle. You were not designed to live off a wage. You were designed to live off wisdom. When you start working your wisdom, your wage will no longer define your worth. You will begin to multiply what others merely spend. Money follows mastery. It follows management. It follows meaning. The salary may sustain your needs for a moment, but your seed, your ideas, your creativity, your discipline, that is what will sustain generations. Because every dollar that passes through your hands carries a question: will you plant me or will you consume me? A seed can do what a salary never can. It multiplies beyond your effort. Your salary may pay your bills, but your seed builds your future. That's why you must stop living from paycheck to paycheck and start living from purpose to purpose. So I challenge you today, don't ask for a raise before you raise your vision. Because your vision determines your provision. Your source is not the company you work for. Your source is the Creator who gave you a purpose no company can contain. When you begin to understand this law, something shifts inside you. You stop complaining about what you don't have and start cultivating what you do. You stop depending on systems and start depending on principles. And when you live by principle, even in a famine, your seed will still produce. Because hear me, the source of wealth is not your employer, it's your purpose, your ideas, and your faithfulness to multiply what you've been given. Money is just the fruit. The seed is wisdom. And that's why we're about to talk about the tool that brings those two together, the purpose ledger. Now that you understand that your wealth begins with purpose and your salary is only a seed, let me introduce you to something that will revolutionize your relationship with money. I call it the purpose ledger. No, it's not an accounting book. It's not a budget sheet. It is a covenant between your vision and your wallet. It is where your faith meets your financial behavior. You see, most people manage money emotionally. They spend based on how they feel, not on what they're building. But purpose requires order. Purpose demands discipline. The purpose ledger is how you bring your spending, your earning, and your dreaming under divine management. Every great kingdom has a treasury. Every wise king knows where his gold goes. And you, my friend, are no different. You are a king or queen over your own domain. But if you cannot account for what flows through your hands, you cannot command what flows into them. The purpose ledger is simple. It has 3 columns, but it will change everything. The first column is called investment in purpose. This is where you record everything that pushes your vision forward. Books you read, skills you develop, tools you buy, people you support, causes you advance. When you invest in purpose, you are not spending, you are sowing. And every seed sown into purpose carries a promise of multiplication. The second column is called consumption for comfort. These are the things that sustain your life: food, clothing, shelter, transportation. They are necessary, but they are not destiny. Never confuse survival with success. You were not born just to pay bills and die. When your ledger reveals that most of your money lives in this column, it means your vision has been neglected. And the third column, the most dangerous one, is called distraction and decay. This is where purpose goes to die. Every purchase made out of comparison, pride, or impulse lives here. This is the column of I just wanted it. I saw them have it. I couldn't resist. But remember this: what you feed will live. What you starve will die. If you keep feeding your distractions, your destiny will starve. The ledger doesn't lie. It tells you the truth about your priorities. It shows you whether your money serves your purpose or your pleasure. And until you can face that truth, you cannot change it. I tell people all the time, until you track it, you can't transform it. If you don't measure it, you can't manage it. That's why the purpose ledger is not about shame. It's about stewardship. It's not about guilt. It's about growth. Because what you measure, you begin to master. You see, every time you record a transaction, you are making a declaration. You are saying, this is what I value. This is what I serve. This is what I believe in. Your ledger reveals your faith more clearly than your words. That's why Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Because your money always travels toward your affection. If you want to change your financial future, change what you love most. Love purpose more than pleasure. Love impact more than image. Love legacy more than luxury. The purpose ledger will expose waste, but more importantly, it will reveal wisdom. It will show you where you've been faithful and where you've been foolish. It will teach you to take responsibility for your own harvest. From this moment on, I want you to look at every expense, every habit, every purchase, and ask this question: does this serve my purpose or sabotage it? Because money obeys direction. And when you direct it toward destiny, it begins to multiply under the law of purpose. So as we move forward, I will show you how to fill those columns, not just with numbers, but with meaning. Because wealth is not the size of your account, it is the accuracy of your alignment. When your money aligns with your purpose, increase becomes inevitable. And that, my friends, is why the purpose ledger matters. Now that you understand how to bring your finances under order through the purpose ledger, let me take you deeper into the law of increase. There are 3 seeds of wealth that govern the harvest of every great life. These 3 seeds are simple, but they will decide your future. They are called give, grow, and guard. Say it with me. Give, grow, guard. Let's begin with the first seed. Give. Giving is not loss. Giving is sowing. You never lose what you give. You only release it to multiply. The farmer does not cry when he releases seed into the soil because he understands the law of return. Money, like a seed, must move to multiply. Many people want increase, but they hold tightly to what they have. And whatever you cling to in fear, you lose. Whatever you release in faith, you gain. That is the paradox of purpose. When your hand is closed, nothing leaves, but nothing enters either. Giving keeps your heart pure. It disconnects you from greed and reconnects you to grace. It reminds you that you are a steward, not an owner. When you give toward purpose, whether to serve others, advance truth, or empower vision, you are aligning your finances with divine circulation. Money is energy. It must keep flowing. If you stop it, it stagnates. That's why some people earn a lot but feel empty, because their wealth has no outlet of purpose. The second seed is grow. Growth is the discipline of increase. It means you must invest in your own development. Don't expect financial expansion if you refuse personal expansion. You can't handle more until you become more. The greatest investment you will ever make is in your mind. Before you buy stocks, buy wisdom. Before you chase profits, pursue principles. Because your outer world can never rise above your inner capacity. Read, study, learn. Take courses, listen to mentors, sharpen your skill. Money is a magnet to competence. People don't pay for potential, they pay for mastery. And mastery is the fruit of continuous growth. Let me tell you, my friend, your future is hiding in the books you haven't read yet, in the conversations you've been too afraid to start, in the discipline you keep postponing. You are one skill away from a new season. The wise never stop growing because they understand that growth is not an event, it's a habit. The third seed, guard. If you sow and grow but do not guard, you will lose what you've gained. Every garden needs a fence. Every blessing needs boundaries. Guard your mind. Guard your time. Guard your environment. Because everything valuable attracts attack. When the enemy cannot destroy your purpose, he will distract it. Distraction is more dangerous than destruction because it looks harmless, God, your circle, who speaks into your life, determines what grows in it. Surround yourself with builders, not drainers, visionaries, not victims. Guard your integrity. Guard your habits. You can't build wealth with broken character. If people can't trust you, money won't either. Remember, wealth is not only what you accumulate, it's what you can sustain. And hear me, guarding is not selfishness, it's stewardship. You're not protecting money, you're protecting mission. You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding poison. So here are the 3 C's again. Give, grow, guard. Give, because generosity breaks the curse of greed. Grow, because learning multiplies your value. Guard, because protection preserves your progress. When you practice these 3, you activate the cycle of increase. What you give returns in harvest. What you grow attracts promotion. What you guard sustains blessing. These 3 seeds are not religious ideas. They are universal laws. Every successful person, knowingly or unknowingly, is living by them. But when you apply them with purpose, intentionally, consciously, faithfully, your life moves from survival to significance. Because hear me well, wealth is not luck, it's law. And the law of wealth says, whatever you give multiplies, whatever you grow expands, and whatever you guard endures. That is how purpose becomes prosperity. And that is how prosperity remains permanent. My friends, listen carefully now. You can plant, you can grow, you can guard, but if your mind is still programmed for poverty, your harvest will never last. Because before wealth shows up in your hand, it must first exist in your head. Scarcity is not a financial condition, it is a mental one. It is a virus of the soul that whispers, there is never enough. And if you believe that lie long enough, you will begin to hoard, to fear, to shrink, even when abundance is knocking at your door. You see, the mind operates like a computer. Whatever software you install becomes the program that runs your life. Many of us were raised with scarcity code. Money is evil. Rich people are selfish. I was not born for more. That code limits what God can download into you. You cannot receive $1 million vision with a poverty mindset. Let me say this plainly. You cannot live in abundance with a fear of increase. Fear will make you bury your talent. Fear will make you call safety wisdom when it is really unbelief. To break this scarcity software, you must first recognize it. Every time you say, I can't afford that, stop and ask, is it that I can't or that I haven't learned how yet? Every time you envy someone else's success, remember, envy is admiration poisoned by fear. Celebrate their harvest and you authorize your own. The second step is to reprogram it. Replace fear with faith. Replace doubt with discipline. Replace complaining with creation. Start speaking increase even before you see it. Your words are commands to your mind. Say out loud, there is more in me than I am using. I am not a victim of lack. I am a steward of abundance. Repeat it until your subconscious believes it. The third step is exposure. Change what you see, what you hear, and who you walk with. If everyone around you talks defeat, you will download defeat. Sit with visionaries until their faith infects you. Read stories of builders and givers. Watch the testimonies of those who rose from nothing and used purpose to create plenty. Because the mind cannot become what it has never seen. And finally, gratitude is the antivirus of scarcity. When you thank God for what you have, you prove you can be trusted with more. Gratitude turns what you have into enough and what is enough into overflow. So today, make a decision to uninstall every limiting belief you ever learned about money, success, or yourself. Reboot your mind with purpose. Reset your thoughts to possibility. Because abundance is not coming from the outside in. It is waiting to be released from the inside out. Money does not create your mindset. Your mindset creates your money. The moment you believe that truth, the scarcity software crashes forever. My friends, listen closely now, because after your mindset, your environment is the next gate to your destiny. You can't grow a mango tree in the Arctic, and you can't grow purpose in a toxic environment. The soil you plant in determines the fruit you produce. You see, many of us are praying for increase while living in the wrong climate. You cannot expect abundance while surrounding yourself with negativity, doubt, and distraction. Your environment is a silent teacher. It shapes your habits without asking permission. The moment you decide to live by purpose, you must also decide where that purpose will live. Because every environment either feeds your faith or starves it. It either strengthens your discipline or drains it. It either multiplies your vision or murders it slowly through mediocrity. So let me teach you a principle. Change is not complete until your environment supports it. If you want to rise, you must rearrange your surroundings. You cannot build a palace thinking while still living in the noise of the marketplace. Purpose requires peace. Vision requires order. That's why God never places greatness in clutter. He creates space first. Now, let's talk about people, your associations. Every person in your life is either a multiplier or a diminisher. They are either adding faith or adding fear. They either build your confidence or break your focus. Show me your circle, and I will show you your ceiling. If you keep walking with those who complain, you will become fluent in complaint. If you keep walking with those who dream small, your faith will begin to shrink to fit their comfort. But when you walk with visionaries, those who believe, who build, who speak life, you will begin to think and talk like them. Remember this: atmosphere determines attitude, and attitude determines altitude. That's why some of you feel heavy, not because you are weak, but because you are surrounded by weight. The company you keep is either your lift or your limitation. So do an inventory today. Your purpose ledger doesn't stop with money. It also includes people. Ask yourself, who speaks to my potential? Who feeds my faith? Who corrects me with love and truth? And who drains my energy with negativity? If a relationship doesn't align with your assignment, it is a distraction dressed as friendship. And hear me, disconnection is not rejection, it is direction. God removes certain voices, not to punish you, but to protect your focus. You can't take everyone into your next level. Some people belong to your history, not your destiny. Choose your company with prayer. Choose your mentors with discernment. Choose your environment with intention. Surround yourself with conversations that lift, challenge, and refine you. As Jim Rohn said, and I love this quote, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So who are your 5? Because whoever you listen to, you will eventually become. And whoever walks with you determines what grows within you. Your purpose cannot survive in polluted air. Breathe in belief, breathe in clarity, breathe in excellence. Because your environment is the incubator of your future. When you align your surroundings with your vision, your progress becomes natural. Discipline feels easier. Focus becomes joy. And your entire life begins to vibrate at the frequency of your calling. So remember this: if you want to change your harvest, change your habitat. When your environment rises to match your purpose, even heaven begins to cooperate. Now that your environment is aligned with your vision, let's move to the next dimension of mastery, speaking wealth with authority. Because words, my friends, are not harmless. Words are spiritual containers. They carry power. They create atmosphere. They build worlds. The Bible says life and death are in the power of the tongue. That means whatever you repeatedly say, you authorize to live in your reality. Your words are the seeds your mind waters. Every confession is a command to your future. Too many people keep cursing their own harvest with careless language. They say things like, I'm always broke. I'll never get ahead. Nothing ever works for me. And the universe, obedient as it is, simply echoes back as you wish. Because your life expands or contracts to fit the vocabulary you use. Hear me well. You cannot speak defeat and expect victory. You cannot confess lack and attract abundance. You cannot declare fear and walk in faith. Your mouth is the pen that writes tomorrow, When I say speak wealth, I am not talking about greed or vanity. I am talking about alignment. You must speak words that agree with your assignment. You must declare what heaven has already spoken about you. Because until your mouth agrees with your mission, your life cannot move in its direction. So begin today to re-educate your language. Stop describing your life by where you are. Start declaring it by where you are going. When you wake up in the morning, don't say, I'm tired. Say, I'm ready. Don't say, this is too hard. Say, I'm equipped for this. Don't say, I'm broke. Say, I am in a season of preparation for overflow. You see, your words determine your worth in your own mind. Let me give you a law. Your life moves in the direction of your most dominant confession. If you keep speaking small, you will live small. If you keep speaking fear, you will attract failure. But when you begin to speak with the authority of purpose, I am a steward of abundance. I am the lender, not the borrower. I am blessed to be a blessing. Then your spirit begins to rise to meet your speech. And do you know why this is so powerful? Because faith comes by hearing, especially when you hear yourself. Every time you speak truth aloud, you are reprogramming your subconscious. You are reteaching your soul how to believe. Over time, your words will reshape your emotions, your habits, and your expectations. So speak with intention, speak with clarity, speak with conviction. Let your language become a tool of leadership over your life. And remember, kings do not beg, kings decree. When you know who you are, you stop asking and start declaring. That's why every day you must open your mouth and command your morning. Say, today I will prosper in purpose. Today, resources will locate me. Today, my work will bring value, and my value will attract reward. And when you say it with faith, the atmosphere begins to organize itself around your words. Never underestimate this truth. Money doesn't respond to noise, it responds to authority. And authority is exercised through words. So guard your mouth like a vault. Only release what you want, multiply. Because what you speak consistently, you eventually experience completely. That is why I say to you today, speak what you want, not what you fear. Your voice is the steering wheel of your destiny. Direct it wisely. Now that you understand how to think, speak, and live with authority, it's time to act. Because knowledge without application is deception. It makes you feel change while nothing actually changes. So today, I am giving you an assignment, the 30-day Purpose Ledger Challenge. For the next 30 days, I want you to partner with purpose intentionally, deliberately, and consistently. Not emotionally, not someday, but now. Because transformation doesn't come from hearing truth, it comes from practicing truth. The Purpose Ledger, my friend, is your training ground for stewardship. It will reveal your priorities and reform your habits. It will teach you discipline, awareness, and gratitude. If you will commit for just 30 days, I promise you, your mindset, your spending, and your peace will not be the same. Here's how it works. Step 1, record everything. For 30 days, write down every cent that enters and leaves your hands. You can't manage what you hide from yourself. Each transaction must find its place either in purpose, comfort, or distraction. Do not skip a single one. Because honesty is the first step to healing. The ledger is not for guilt, it's for growth. It's your mirror of stewardship. Step 2, daily reflection. At the end of each day, open your ledger and ask one question. Did my choices today serve my vision? Not was I busy. Busyness is not productivity. Not did I make money. Money without meaning is still poverty. Ask, did today's actions move me closer to my assignment or further away from it? Write your answer. Be honest. Truth is painful at first, but powerful in the end. Step 3, weekly adjustment. At the end of each week, review your ledger and look for patterns. Where did your money go? Where did your energy go? Where did your peace go? If too much of your life lives in the comfort column, shift some of it into purpose. Take 10% from convenience and invest it in your calling, in learning, creating, giving, or building something that outlives you. Because your comfort is not your crown, your purpose is. Step 4, speak over your ledger. Every few days, open that book and speak life into it. Say, this ledger represents discipline. Say, I am mastering my money. It is no longer mastering me. Say, every dollar here will serve destiny. When you speak, you reinforce your authority. The ledger becomes not just a record, but a reminder that your life is under leadership, not luck. Step 5, gratitude and expectation. Each day before you close your ledger, thank God for provision, even if it seems small. Gratitude multiplies resources because it multiplies awareness. Then set your expectation for tomorrow. Faith without expectation is frustration. Write down one declaration each night. Tomorrow, I will manage with wisdom. Tomorrow, I will attract opportunity. Tomorrow, I will serve purpose. And after 30 days, you will see something extraordinary. You will not only have more clarity, you will have more peace. You will not only know where your money went, you will know where your heart belongs. Because the purpose ledger is not just about wealth management, it is about life management. The purpose of this challenge is not to make you rich, it is to make you ready. Ready for abundance, ready for promotion, ready for legacy. Because God will never trust you with more until you prove faithful with less. He does not bless emotion, he blesses order. And this ledger is your proof of order. So I invite you, I challenge you, start tonight. Find a notebook, open a page, and title it, My Purpose Ledger. Write today's date. Write one statement at the top. From this day forward, my money will serve my mission. Keep that book where you can see it every morning. Because your ledger is not paper, it's a covenant. And if you will honor that covenant for 30 days, you will begin to feel what it means to live not from paycheck to paycheck, but from purpose to purpose. Because prosperity is not about having more, it's about becoming more. And this is how you begin. Now that you have embraced the discipline of the purpose ledger, I must remind you of a greater truth. Prosperity is not merely financial, it is spiritual. Money is only one expression of abundance. True prosperity begins in the soul. You see, my friend, many people want success in their hands, but not in their hearts. They want increase, but not integrity. They want blessing, but not balance. And that is why what they gain, they cannot keep, because wealth without wisdom always self-destructs. Prosperity is not a miracle you pray for, it is a law you live by. And every law of increase begins with stewardship. God will never give you what you mismanage. If you cannot manage time, he will not trust you with territory. If you cannot manage your emotions, he will not trust you with influence. And if you cannot manage resources, he will not trust you with riches. That's why Jesus said, he who is faithful in little will be faithful in much. Faithfulness is the currency of promotion. Your next level is never waiting for money, it's waiting for maturity. Let me tell you something eternal. God does not send money from heaven. He sends ideas. He sends instruction. He sends relationships. He sends strategy. And when you obey those instructions, provision appears. That is the spiritual order of prosperity. Obedience precedes overflow. The world measures wealth by accumulation. The kingdom measures it by assignment. In the world, wealth is about what you possess. In the kingdom, wealth is about what you produce. And if your wealth does not serve purpose, heaven calls it waste. That is why every act of giving, every moment of diligence, every decision to stay disciplined is not just an economic act, it is a spiritual one. When you tithe, you acknowledge divine ownership. When you give, you demonstrate faith in the unseen. When you plan and steward well, you reflect the order of the Creator himself. Let me give you a law. God funds what he orders. He will not finance confusion. He will not invest in rebellion. He will only release resources to those whose vision aligns with his will. So before you ask him for increase, ask him for instruction. Don't just pray for blessing, pray for blueprint. Now hear this. Abundance is not proof of favor. Obedience is. Some people mistake accumulation for approval. But there are men who are rich in finance and poor in fulfillment. They have money but no meaning, income but no influence, luxury but no legacy. Because they pursued wealth without purpose, gain without gratitude, and profit without peace. You were not born to live like that. You were designed to be a steward, a manager of divine trust. Everything you have belongs to God. You are simply the caretaker. And when you treat what you have with reverence, He entrusts you with more. You see, money is a test of trust. It reveals who rules your heart. When God blesses you, He's not rewarding you. He's revealing your level of responsibility. Will you use it for your comfort or for your calling? Will you feed your ego or fulfill your assignment? That's the spiritual side of prosperity. It's not about what you have, but who you become through what you manage. True prosperity is peace in purpose. It's knowing that what's in your hand is building something that will outlive your name. So let me say this to you clearly. If you want God to bless you financially, let Him trust you spiritually. Align your heart with honesty, your habits with holiness, and your purpose with His plan. When your values and your vision come into harmony, provision flows without striving. Because wealth, my friend, is not a miracle, it's a manifestation. It manifests when purpose is clear, stewardship is proven, and integrity is intact. That's the divine equation of prosperity. My friends, as we come to the close of this teaching, let me remind you, the goal of life is not to make a living, it is to make a difference. If all you do is survive, then you have failed the reason you were born. Because purpose was never meant to help you get by, it was meant to help you rise beyond. You were not designed to chase money. You were created to command it through purpose. You were not made to wander through paychecks. You were designed to walk in principles. The moment you understand that money obeys purpose, life stops being a struggle and becomes a strategy. Survival says, how will I eat? Significance asks, whom will I feed? Survival worries about rent. Significance builds homes. Survival asks for a job. Significance creates opportunity for others. And when you move from survival to significance, heaven begins to take you seriously, because now your life is about impact, not income. You see, money is temporary, but purpose is eternal. Wealth will one day lose its value, but what you built with it will speak for generations. Legacy is not leaving something for people, it is leaving something in people. And that is what true prosperity is all about. I tell you today, stop living small. Stop measuring success by possessions, titles, or applause. Measure it by how many lives breathe easier because you existed. Measure it by how faithfully you managed what you were given. Measure it by how obediently you followed your purpose. Let me summarize what we have learned together. Money obeys purpose. The salary is not the source, the seed is. The purpose ledger brings order to your finances. The 3 seeds of wealth: give, grow, and guard secure your increase. You must break the scarcity software that limits your mind. Align your environment and associations with your destiny. Speak wealth with authority. Live the 30-day purpose ledger challenge until discipline becomes delight. And remember, always prosperity is spiritual before it is financial. When you apply these laws, you stop begging for blessings and start building them. You stop praying for miracles and start becoming one. Because the greatest miracle of all is a transformed mind. Everything begins there. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So I speak this word over you today. May your mind be disciplined. May your words be seasoned with purpose. May your environment support your greatness. May your resources align with your vision. And may your life become proof that when a person finds their purpose, provision cannot resist them. I declare over you that this year will not be a year of survival, but of significance. You will not chase money. Money will chase your mission. You will not pursue comfort. You will pursue calling. And as you do, everything necessary for your destiny will appear not by chance, but by covenant. So go now and start your purpose ledger. Write the vision. Speak the word. Guard the gates. Give, grow, and guard again. Because when purpose becomes your master, prosperity becomes your servant. And remember this final truth. You were born to dominate, not to drift. You were born to manage, not to beg. You were born to live on purpose, for purpose, and by purpose. Let this teaching not end here. Let it begin in you. Because when your purpose becomes clear, your provision will never again be in question. God bless you, my friend. Go and prosper not by chasing wealth, but by walking in wisdom. For the power to change your life, your family, and your future begins in your mind, is governed by your words, and is fulfilled through your purpose.